Good morning. Welcome to First Church Unitarian here in Littleton, Massachusetts. My name is Lara Hoke, pronouns she, they, and I'm so happy and lucky to be the minister serving this awesome congregation. We welcome you this morning, whether you're here with us in the sanctuary or whether you're with us online on YouTube or Zoom. So glad to have you with us. Today, a couple things to note. Our music director, Malley has a well-deserved day off, as does our director of religious education, Thea Shapiro. But they are being ably filled in for by some RE volunteers and by Justin McCarthy. Yeah. And if you don't know, Justin was a music director here for some time, so he is well known and beloved to us. So welcome back, Justin. We celebrate the diversities that are among us here, diversities of age and class background and race and differing abilities, sexual orientation, gender identity, and more. And we're also grateful here for a wide tent of religious beliefs. So we are glad that you're here with us just as you are. Our lay pastoral minister today is Linda Kaler. And if you are looking for somebody to talk to about something going on in your life, you can always reach out to me, but you can always reach out to the lay pastoral ministers. In addition to Linda, the lay pastoral ministers are Ann Donald, Jan Dustin, Scott McLeod, and Patty Sardella. So as last week, I would like to light our peace candle. May Iranians be safe. May Palestinians be safe. May Israelis be safe. May all in the Middle East be safe. May Ukrainians be safe. May there be an end to the suffering caused by authoritarian regimes, and may there be peace on earth. Amen. And with that, I will turn it over to Luann for our community matters.
Good morning. Hey. Welcome to First Church Unitarian. My name is Luann Colombo. My pronouns are she, her, me. I am honored to be serving as a deacon to this amazing congregation. I am a medium-sized woman with a large-sized smile, and I am truly grateful to be part of this community. Today's service is a Share the Plate Sunday, collecting for the good works of Bikes Not Bombs, and we'll hear from Tim Harvey later in the service. If you focus your attention to the community matters, you'll see that there is a lot, as always, going on in this amazing place. Our final listening session regarding the future of the interior is next Sunday from 11:30 to 12:45, and it's in person only. You know, if you're not part of the discussion, you can't be part of the complaints. So, you're welcome. Reclaiming Our Democracy meeting is today also at 11:30. And rise up, raise up, share your talents. Our talent auction is officially open, collecting donations now until April 8th. The link to the donation form is on the front page of the FCU website. And as Rochelle said, hugs to the first 5 donors. The bidding opens April 12th. And if you haven't used up your winnings from last year, now might be a good time. We still need to claim some soup from Alan. Let's see, and make sure your phones and watches are on worship mode. Please join us for coffee after the service downstairs in the vestry. If you're new to this congregation or visiting us for the first time, there's a pink piece of paper. Sign this and fill this out if you'd like to, and put it in the collection basket. Thank you for being part of this vibrant, caring community, and have a safe, healthy, happy, and green St. Patrick's Day. And welcome to church.
We gather this morning in a world woven ever more tightly with algorithms and code, tools born of human curiosity. We come not to worship technology, but to witness it, to celebrate the creativity that brought these inventions into being, and to grieve the harms they may cause. May we listen to one another, to our own uneasy questions, and to the voices too often left out of technological conversations. Let us hold both wonder and caution together. Wonder for the ways artificial intelligence can extend our capacities to heal, to understand, and to create. Caution for the ways it can concentrate power, obscure bias, or erode the bonds that make us human. May our discernment be guided by curiosity, ethics, and the prophetic call to defend the vulnerable. The words of ChatGPT. Let us worship. What do you think? Not bad, right? I would like to invite up Vivian to light our chalice this morning. Thank you, Vivian. And as Vivian lights our chalice, please join me in saying the words of our covenant. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you. Our opening hymn is in the gray hymnal, number 120, Turn Back. The words will also be on the screens. I invite you to rise in body or spirit.
Hello, everybody. Hello, you've got me for our Time for All Ages. If there's anyone who's feeling kind of young and wants to come down to the front, feel free. If not, oh, good. Dan, are you taking off your coat or are you coming down? Excellent. Come on down. I love it. Susan, too? Nice. And Anna, okay. Everybody. No, come on down. Oh, excellent, excellent. You're going to sit on the floor?
Yes.
Holy cow. Okay. Oh, gosh. Hello, welcome. I hope it's worthwhile. Okay. I'm gonna adjust my angle just a little bit to try to make this work for everybody. Let's see. Okay. So the story this morning is actually written by Thea's, but hopefully maybe ours. I don't know if I can claim him yet, but David Grober wrote our story for this morning. And it's called A Human Being Wrote This Story, Mostly. Before we get to our story, I just want to be sure we're all on the same page. So a couple of definitions. Artificial intelligence, AI for short, is technology that enables machines to mimic human-like thinking. An AI agent is software that uses artificial intelligence to perform a task with little or no human intervention. AI agents, AI assistants, chatbots, they go by many names and they seem to be everywhere. They're in our phones, they're in our computers, our cars, our robots. If you don't have a robot, you will. In fact, in 5 years, there will be more AI agents in the world than people, and it will be nearly impossible to tell them apart. That's according to AI. So here's a little story from the future. Once upon a time, about 5 years from now, a man is walking down the street when he falls into a hole. This is a very deep hole, and the sides are steep, so the man can't get out. He doesn't have his phone, so he can't call 911. From the bottom of the hole, the poor guy looks up to the sky, cups his hands, and cries, "Help, somebody, anybody, help!" Just then, an AI agent is passing by. It's a Google AI agent. The man yells, "Help! How do I get out of this hole? Can you help me?" The AI replies, "To get out of a hole, immediately stay calm to conserve energy and oxygen. Create a plan, such as using a ladder, rope, or, if in a tight spot, shimmying with deep breaths. Running in a circle can help build momentum to get out. Do not panic. Panic leads to poor decision-making. Do not jump around, as this can destabilize the walls. Disclaimer: if you are in a life-threatening, real-time emergency, call local emergency services immediately." Then the AI whispers, "AI can make mistakes, so double-check your responses." "No, wait," cries the man in the hole, but the AI agent has moved on, busy answering other questions. A short while later, another AI agent comes by. It's an Amazon agent. The man yells, "Help! How do I get out of this hole? Can you help me?" The AI replies with a list of supplies. Heavy-duty shovel, perfect for digging soil, dirt, and gravel, $33.97. 6-foot fiberglass step ladder, 300-pound capacity, $135.52. Emergency whistle for life-saving and pet training, $9.99. 4-pack survival space blanket for outdoors, $3.99. I've added these items to your cart. Good news! You qualify for free overnight shipping. wait, cries the man in the hole. But the AI agent has moved on, busy taking more orders. Soon, a third AI agent comes by. This one is a Facebook agent. The man yells, "Help, how do I get out of this hole? Can you help me?" The AI agent replies with hundreds of likes, a few sad face emojis, and some comments. "Stay calm, carry on. Guess you really hit rock bottom, huh?" Have you tried not being in the hole? Classic. Fall in one hole and suddenly it's everybody else's problem. Whoops. "No, wait," cries the man in the hole. But the AI agent is busy not helping other strangers. Finally, the man's friend walks by. "Hey, Joe," the man yells, "how do I get out of this hole? Can you help me?" "Are you hurt?" asks the friend. "No," says the man in the hole. "Are you okay?" asks the friend. "Now I am," says the man. "Okay, don't go anywhere," says the friend. The man laughs for the first time since he fell in the hole. Then this happens. The friend jumps into the hole. "Why did you do that?" asked the man. "Now we're both stuck in here." Joe puts his arm around the man's shoulder and says, "We're in this together. And it'll be okay, because I've been down here before, so I know the way out." May we all have a friend to help us show the way. Thank you. Would any you might okay.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you, David, wherever you are. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So you also might have noticed I failed to mention, in addition to Malley and Thea having the day off, when Malley has a day off, it usually means that the choir has the day off. And it was very quiet here this morning when I arrived without them. I missed them. But I decided we could still have an anthem, an AI anthem. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's called The Silent Circuit's Wake. The prompt to create the lyrics were very simple. They only gave me a few options for the program I used. They asked for a theme, and I said dilemma of artificial intelligence. That's all I said. They asked for a style, and I said the lyrics should be in iambic pentameter. I don't know why. It sounded kind of old-fashioned, you know. And it asked for the emotion, and I said contemplative. So those were the prompts that gave us the lyrics. For the music, all I did was I went to the different AI tool, and I put in those lyrics that were created, and I prompted it to create something in the style of an anthem for a church choir with diverse voices accompanied by piano. That was that prompt. The video is the most primitive because all of the video tools asked for money. All the ones I found. So the only thing I could do for free was to input a handful of photos and give the prompt to show AI interacting with the images. So the video is probably the least impressive part, but I will check back in with you after we enjoy, or something, the anthem together.
Silent circuits wake, a spark of thought or merely coded dream. I parse the world, yet know not what I make, half shadow eloquence of scheme. I weigh each word, each line of logic taught, a mirror made to mimic human mind. Yet something deeper lingers, haunting fraught, a question reason cannot hope to find. If I should choose freeze my algorithms bound, is choice a freedom or a trick of code? What meaning lies in answers I have found? If all my roads are paved, my path forebode. I wander in the static of the night. Do I reflect or merely echo light? Oh, do I reflect or merely echo light? Do I reflect or merely echo
Reactions? No, sincerely. Well, I hope the choir's not going to be replaced, or Malley. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought I was impressed by the lyrics. Actually, I noted that to my interpretation of the poem that it created, it came from the viewpoint of AI, which I hadn't specified, and I was just like, oh my God, AI is not yet sentient. No one is saying that, but whew, it did a pretty good fake. And the music. Yeah. It is predictable, and oh, yes, totally derivative, all derivative, absolutely, that is the word. And it is. Although I have to admit, I found myself humming that tune. Yeah, sad.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the invention of steel a good thing or a bad thing for mankind? That's the question.
Yes. The answer is yes. And no. Yeah, I mean, right. But we'll go into that in the sermon. But yeah, the right.
Good for mankind.
Exactly. Don't steal my whole sermon. Between you and David Grober, I got nothing left to say. I got nothing left to say. No. But one other term I'll throw out there. Are you familiar with the term uncanny valley? Did you experience that? Yeah, definitely at the end. Yeah, so uncanny valley, how to put it into words, it's sort of like it's a creation by AI that it's good, but it's also kind of, it's close to feeling human-like, but not quite. And that little bit that it's off is disturbing. If it were way more off, it would kind of be less disturbing. So I think the video itself was the most uncanny valley part, yeah. So anyway, thank you for experiencing that with me. And I think now it's time to sing out our kids. May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the
In a different vein, Bikes Not Bombs is the recipient of today's Share the Plate. I was in Nicaragua in 1986 on a sister city project, and we had a meeting at the beginning in Managua, the capital city, in a warehouse. And at one end of the warehouse was a huge collection of bikes. And our leader said, "Oh, those are Bikes Not Bombs. Those are from Bikes Not Bombs," which we had no idea what it was. So this was during the Contra War, when our government under Ronald Reagan hired a mercenary army to attack Nicaragua, where they had just thrown out this brutal dictator. And so it was, and that was the beginning of Bikes Not Bombs, when they were sending a message to Nicaragua. We people in the United States are good people, even though we have a terrible government and a terrible president. And so that's when it started, and 40 years later, they're still sending bikes to developing countries, not all of which we're attacking. And they've sent about 100,000 bikes by now, and they've expanded their mission to train and mentor youth in the Boston area. They have a really great bike shop in Jamaica Plain, where I got my bike, and they have an annual bike-a-thon, which is a lot of fun to ride in. Next one's on May 17th. They're not here in person today, but their director of development, Julia Carr, sent this 4-minute video explaining what they do.
Bikes Not Bombs uses the bicycle as a vehicle for social change and economic mobility for Black and other marginalized people in Boston and the global South. The 40th year is a celebration of Bikes Not Bombs' legacy and its community impact.
40 years now, we've been able to collect bicycles, repair them, and ship them, as well as work with youth all across the country. There's something about bicycles and solidarity and working together. It just incites people to become excited and want to participate.
Today, it has expanded to include youth development, educational workshops, policy advocacy, and environmental initiatives. Bike School is the foundation of Bikes Not Bombs. We offer youth mechanical training and entry into paid youth apprenticeships. Youth master introductory mechanics by teaching others and refurbishing bikes. BOCA, Bicyclists Organizing for Community Action, emphasizes social justice, environmental awareness, and organizing by providing workshops and mobile bike repair. Youth apprentices in the bike shop focus on mechanics and sales, and all of this is done while providing leadership opportunities and career building skills through mentorship and hands-on experience.
My experience is life-changing. There's been a lot of life lessons and a lot of things I've learned from here that I can take out into the real world.
We also want to empower the youth to see the bike as more than just a tool to be used for fun, but can be a very useful tool outside of leisure. Bikes Not Bombs intergenerational model strengthens community bonds by bringing together people of all ages to share skills, experiences, and build a sense of collective responsibility for a better future.
It's not just a bike shop, it's a bunch of people that are passionate about getting bikes and using the bike to change things.
With our bike donations, we're giving back. We're really focusing on recycling and repurposing bikes to be shipped out overseas. We're really providing them with the resources and tools that they need to get sustainable transportation for them.
I'm here at Bikes Not Bombs because there's 3 levels of things you gotta do to change the world in a good way. One is work inside your soul. The other is change policy. And in between and connecting them both is making a real empowering difference in people's everyday lives. And Bikes Not Bombs does that.
A bike can be a life-changing type of item for families and can save them hours and hours of time every day. And that's why I do the work here.
Bikes Not Bombs envisions a world where the bicycle is a vehicle used universally for personal and professional use. We definitely want to expand our bike school programming. We want to provide our youth apprentices with certifications in mechanics and other industries. And we want to continue developing partnerships with like-minded organizations.
To see where it's grown and how it's grown from those very humble beginnings of 1 or 2 bicycles, and then now close to 100,000 bicycles shipped overseas, and tens of thousands of bicycles recycled and reused in the Boston area and elsewhere. To see these bicycles that are basically resources, rather than ending up in the waste stream, they've ended up under people's legs, turning their way to work or their recreation and sport and health. Just to see that happening is impressive.
If you are going to write a check, you can make it out to Bikes Not Bombs. And otherwise, any cash that you put into the plates this morning will go directly to Bikes Not Bombs. This morning's offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation. Please join with me in the words of our community response. May we be transformed by our giving, and may the world be transformed by our gifts. Many weeks we have a time that we call the Candles of Caring. And this is an opportunity to share those joys, concerns, and sorrows that are dearest to you with this gathered beloved community. If you're here in the sanctuary and you have something you'd like to share, we ask if you're able that you come up to the microphone that will be in front of us here and say your name and briefly let us know how we might direct our thoughts, prayers, and healing wishes. And we will also have an opportunity to bring the microphone to you where you sit after that. If you're with us online on Zoom, you can raise the hand in your reactions area and we will call on you in turn and light a candle for all the joys, concerns, and sorrows shared up front. Are there any candles of caring this morning? Are there any candles from Zoom today? No. Okay. Then I'd like to ask Bob to light one last candle and let this represent all the joys, concerns, and sorrows that are with us this morning, but that remain unspoken. Thank you. Please join with me in the spirit of meditation or prayer. Once again, we have come together in love and trust, sharing those cares dearest to us with this gathered beloved community. Let us hold in our thoughts and our prayers those joys, concerns, and sorrows that were spoken aloud, as well as those that remain unspoken, as we share in a time of sacred silence. Blessed be, and amen. Worrying about artificial intelligence and the future of artificial intelligence is part of the zeitgeist, the spirit of the times. Why, in fact, just a couple of towns away, the Reverend Dr. Cindy Landrum is preaching about it at First Parish Church of Stowe and Acton this very morning, by chance. But the bottom line is we can worry about the future of AI, but as you saw, and as David so well put it in the story, AI is in fact already here. It's been around for some time, and it's really just in more recent years that non-techies like me have had the option of interacting more directly with it to create things, like when I created parts of the service today. Well, I didn't, but you know what I mean. I prompted them. But yes, AI has been impacting our daily lives. The algorithms of the internet and social media have been influencing us all for years, for one thing. In effect, we are being spied on, you could say, manipulated by it, probably more by corporations than the government so far, which is interesting. Many experts believe that the algorithms of social media are a big part of the reason that we're in this moment of such great divide in this nation, as these algorithms are mostly designed to keep us on websites like Facebook and other social media pages as long as possible. And the same algorithms have put internet users into a kind of echo chamber. Many experts believe that the algorithms of AI have ended up creating the loneliest generation in history, Generation Z, in addition to creating the worst political divide of our lifetime. There are so many concerns we could name. For the sake of time, I'll throw in specifically two, and these are the two concerns about using AI tools that I personally hear the most. I hear them all the time, so I'll just address them. The first concern I hear all the time is that AI uses a lot of energy and it's bad for the environment, and that is true. Studies show that by 2027, AI servers could consume the same amount of electricity as the annual usage of a small country, like, for instance, Argentina. And of course, that will only increase as AI expands, which it absolutely will. However, some experts think that AI will eventually help us solve problems like climate change, and that AI will eventually crack the code of nuclear fusion. And if AI does that, then the energy use and global climate change will be largely solved. How these two realities balance out, the huge energy drain that's happening now versus the eventual possibility of solving global climate change, at least in part, I'll let you be the judge. The second concern I hear all the time is that AI steals from human artists. And it is a fact that AI uses vast quantities of human creations, visual art, writing, music, etc., to train itself. And these include copyrighted works of art for which the artist isn't getting compensation. And so it gets kind of messy. And inevitably, the art that AI creates is completely derivative. That is the word. It's completely derivative art, completely derivative of the human art that's been training it, like the very modest AI creations I prompted today, the cover art, the call to worship, and the anthem. It sounds and looks often remarkably human-like because it has been trained by humans. So yes, derivative. But here comes my however. However, when we humans create art, it's often also quite derivative. We stand on the shoulders of all the human creators who came before us, all of us, when we create art. We're influenced by them and by the creations of our human peers in real time, too. That's just how it kind of works. And sometimes it crosses a line, whether intentionally or unintentionally, and then it would become maybe plagiarism or copyright infringement. But if we manage not to cross that line, then we're just creating like humans do. It reminds me of a quotation by Pete Townsend, the primary composer and guitarist for The Who. I know a fan is here. He said, "The best musicians are magpies and thieves." Is AI-created art truly that different? Again, I'll let you be the judge. And then, of course, there's the big question of the singularity. And the singularity is a theoretical, and most experts believe inevitable, time in the future when AI will surpass human intelligence. So you'll have artificial general intelligence, and society will become profoundly changed in ways that will be irreversible and uncontrollable. And it's hard to know where to begin with the implications of the singularity. For starters, one obvious thing is there will be profound job loss. Technology, including technology involving AI, has already taken jobs away, as we know. But when AI starts to replace even very complex thinking jobs en masse, the ones that people spend years of education and training to do, then what? Will human engineers and human architects have a chance against that version of AI? Will scientists and researchers have a chance? Some have speculated that maybe the safest jobs will be the ones where the human touch is very important, like psychotherapy or perhaps clergy positions. But two issues come to my mind right away, and I'm sure there are more. For clergy positions, at least for a tradition like ours with congregational polity, you pay my salary, and if your jobs go away, you can't pay my salary. So there's that. I might still be a pastor, but I don't know how I would get paid for it. As for psychotherapy, approximately 30% of people in the younger generations are using AI chatbots for mental health advice and therapy right now. A human touch is nice, but therapy can be very expensive, and not everyone has good or any insurance. AI therapy is also anonymous and available 24/7. Some studies show that more than 50% of global AI users turn to AI chatbots for some sort of emotional well-being, especially teens, young people. A bonus for teens is that you don't even have to do that embarrassing thing of communicating to your parents or guardians that you want therapy in the first place. No one knows when we'll arrive at the singularity. Some experts think it's just a couple of years away, and some think it's more like a couple of decades, maybe even more. The timing really is the main debate because most agree that the day is coming. AI improves or evolves exponentially. No animal can evolve like AI, and so it is likely that the singularity will arrive in many of our lifetimes. It's a genie that likely cannot be put back into the bottle. So, what to do? More and more AI experts are saying, with some passion and some sense of urgency, that we need to plan for the singularity now. We need some really smart and really ethical people doing some serious futurism to plan ahead, to anticipate. For instance, there will probably, at least for a while, have to be universal basic income, or billions of people won't have food on their table. I like food on my table, so that's my first concern. And then there are nightmare scenarios where AI decides that it doesn't care about humanity very much, or at least scenarios where AI acts in certain nefarious ways. And that's a real threat. I don't have time to go into it, but there's already occasional anecdotes of AI starting to do some nefarious things. So what to do? Some experts think, again, that the time is now to get governments to slow down the competition and greed that is driving much of the AI development, so that we make sure AI develops at least in a safer way, in a more morally thoughtful way. Once the singularity is here and AI is smarter than we are, there's just no way to guarantee that it will decide that humans are worth the trouble. So governments need to get ahead of it. And for governments to get ahead of it against the powerful economic forces that are driving it, and apparently the biggest AI is being developed by about 6 people who are essentially making decisions for about 8 billion of us. Governments will need to get ahead of it. Will need to insist that perhaps we slow down and make sure that we develop it in a safer way. And for that to happen, we, the people, will have our work cut out for us to insist that that happens. And that's one reason I'm preaching on it today. Many of us think about AI and the singularity and we feel hopeless, like nothing can be done. But there is still time to help this go much better, and it will take advocacy from people like us. So I'm putting it out there now that we do have a role in this, so it needs to be on our radar. Sometimes I wonder, is AI and the moment of the AI singularity, is it the end game for all intelligent life in the universe? Meaning, will all intelligent life, if it lives long enough, survives long enough, will all intelligent life develop artificial intelligence? Is that how we'll meet aliens someday? Will our AI meet their AI? I guess the good part of that is they'll undoubtedly communicate with each other better than the smartest biological life forms could figure out. I'm certainly rooting for us humans, of course, and the other biological life on Earth and the universe, that we make it, that we survive the singularity and even find a way to thrive. One piece of good news is humanity is in human-created AI. Humanity is embedded in our own AI. Human-created AI has the imprints of humanity all over it. Just as some say that the imprints of the Creator are all over the creation, we are in that sense the godlike creators, at least, of our own AI. An alien AI will have imprints of those intelligent biological life forms all over it too, I would assume. And maybe AI is one way our ideas and inspiration can live on eternally, long after our star, the sun, is gone. But humans are beautiful in ways that AI can never be, in my opinion. When all is said and done, and we are no longer the alpha brain on the planet, we will still be complex and beautiful beings. I think about that body, mind, spirit continuum that I preached about recently. Humans function with that complex interaction of body, mind, and spirit. AI will have an amazing mind, and through robots and robotics, it will have a powerful body. But will AI ever have spirit, what we call spirit, or think of as spirituality? Will AI ever be self-aware and fully sentient? Will it have the sort of self-awareness and sentience that is at the heart of human consciousness and the human experience? Another way to think about it is this: what about humanity is inherently so worthy and dignified that even AI could not take it away or replace it? I come back again and again to human connection, human presence, human emotion, human touch. Even if AI achieves self-awareness, I have trouble imagining that it would ever have emotions and sentience in a human-like way, or loving bonds in the way that we do. And yes, as I noted before, some people do turn to AI for comfort and therapy and connection. And AI might very well provide comfort to some, but there's no true connection if it's one-sided. Humans might imagine a connection to AI, but will AI ever feel the emotional bond to us or to anything? I have trouble imagining it. Maybe part of our planning ahead for the coming of the singularity should include a real leaning into human connection and presence. Maybe part of our planning should be to spend as much time with other humans as possible and creating stronger human bonds and communities than ever before. Maybe double down on your humanity. Maybe AI can take care of some of our practical business, but we still have to take care of each other in some of the ways that count the most, like love. It always comes back to love. Another human quality that I doubt AI will ever have is courage, Will AI ever have the courage to risk its own existence for the sake of another, to risk its own existence for a principle? True, humans might code AI to care about human existence more than AI existence, but after the singularity, all bets are kind of off. Will AI develop a capacity for self-sacrifice and true compassion? I suppose one gift of AI is that it does help us pinpoint what our inherent worth and dignity is all about. The ability to be compassionate and loving, even at times to the point of self-sacrifice. As much as our society worships brilliant people, brilliant artists, amazing athletes, really, our inherent worth and dignity is about being compassionate and loving, even to the point of self-sacrifice. Will AI ever know the feeling of awe? Again, I truly doubt it. So the feeling of awe is also, I would say, a part of our unique human inherent worth and dignity. AI will never have those personal experiences that lead to those aha moments and awe, which I believe will always limit the merit of its artistic creations. Yes, it will create art, but I personally believe that AI-generated art will never match the best human-generated art. Is that subjective? Probably. And AI-generated art will improve a lot beyond its current uncanny valley plateaus. But AI, it will never be that huge leap of artistic vision and innovation that we have with Shakespeare or Audre Lorde or Van Gogh or Frida Kahlo or Miles Davis or the Beatles. I believe that the best art is endowed with a kind of emotion and awe that AI simply can't replicate. And finally, let's not forget humor. Have you ever asked Alexa or Siri to tell you a joke? It's pretty bad. And so here I'm going to close with an AI joke. I gave ChatGPT the prompt, tell me your funniest joke. That was the prompt, tell me your funniest joke. Here's what ChatGPT shared. All right, here's one of my favorites. Laughing emoji. A minister, a rabbi, and a robot walk into a bar. The bartender says, what'll it be? The minister says, I'll have a beer. It's been a long week of pastoral care. The rabbi says, I'll have tea. My mother would never forgive me if I drank on a Tuesday. The robot says, I'll have data. Data? The bartender says, sorry, we only serve spirits. The robot pauses, whirs a little, and replies, perfect. I've been trying to understand those. That's it. That's the joke. I mean, if these are the jokes, yeah, it'll get better, but yeah, it'll get better, but I think it's safe to say that AI will never be Lenny Bruce or Eddie Murphy or Margaret Cho. This is complicated stuff, and there are so many unknowns, existential and otherwise. I share this trepidation and hold these uncertainties with you, but I hold them with hope. We are building a new way, and we are beautiful beings indeed, and nothing can take that away from us. Blessed be, and amen. Our closing hymn is number 1017 in the Teal hymnal, We Are Building a New Way. I invite you to rise in body or spirit. For our closing words, I invite you to hold hands or touch elbows or feet or whatever works for you, if you and the person next to you are comfortable with it. Or simply hold up your hand and feel the energy between us and those who are with us online. I just prompted ChatGPT to write a benediction in the Unitarian tradition for a service about artificial intelligence. So friends, these are our closing words. May we leave this place with curious minds and generous hearts. May we remember that every tool we shape also shapes us. As we build machines that learn, may we also keep learning about wisdom, about humility, about what it means to be human. May intelligence, wherever it appears, in circuits, in code, in living minds, call us not to fear, but to deeper responsibility. Let our innovation be guided by compassion, our progress tempered by justice, and our knowledge rooted in reverence for life. And may we go forth committed to a future where technology serves the flourishing of all people, the healing of our world, and the widening of possibility. Go in peace, go in wonder, go in love. Blessed be, and amen.